Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Ross Benjamin, SBR contributor, and today we're going to give you a quick pitching report for a couple of games. But first off, how you doing today, Ross?
Everything's well. How about yourself, my man?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. All right, my man, let's start looking at the pitchers for the Mariners and the A's game. Now, while the Mariners are calling up on King Felix, the A's are going to give the nod to southpaw Jon Lester. And this can easily be considered a dream pitching matchup for fans that are baseball purists. So what can you tell us about these guys, and how do you see them stack up against each other tonight?
Well, King Felix, as you referred to, is coming off a rare bad start in his last outing in which he allowed more than 4 earned runs for the first time all season long. That was a home start versus Washington, where he allowed 5 earned runs in 7 innings of work and allowed a whopping 4 home runs in that game. The good news is that he's a perfect 6-0 against the money in day games this season with an excellent 1.58 ERA, and this is a day game, by the way, folks. It goes at 3:35 p.m. Eastern Time. He's also been a perfect 4-0 in his last 4 against the money versus the Oakland A's with a 2.43 ERA in those outings. Jon Lester, on the other hand, has posted a sparkling 1.84 ERA in 14 starts at home combined with Boston and Oakland, and he's seen just 3 of those 14 home appearances go over the total. Since 2012, he's faced the Mariners 3 times and has posted a lofty 4.05 ERA in those outings, Dax.
Man, oh man, I really am glad that I don't have to make these types of calls, because I can tell that this wasn't really easy at all for you, man. So who are you giving the edge to in this case, Ross?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Dax. This one was an extremely close call. However, because of the success that Felix Hernandez has had versus the A's in 2014, where he's gone 4-0 against the money against them, and his flawless pitching line during day games this season, he's going to get the very smallest of leans here over Jon Lester of the Oakland A's. My edge goes to Felix Hernandez over Jon Lester in this one. And again, folks, a very small lean.
All right, good stuff, my man. Now the other pitchers that we're going to look at come from the Brewers and the Cubbies. Now the Brew Crew are calling up on veteran right-hander Matt Garza. And it was till I read your article that I realized how good this guy has been in his recent starts. But what else can you tell us about his performance so far?
Yeah, his recent starts have been very good. He's in a magnificent form over his last 3 starts with a microscopic 0.86 ERA and 0.54 whip. But somehow, in those 3 starts, the Brewers have managed to lose 2 of those 3 games. The bad news is he struggled a bit on the road this season, going 4-7 against the money with a lofty 4.41 ERA. So something has to give as far as Garza goes tonight.
All right, now let's take a look at the other hurler for the Cubbies. They're going to be calling up on youngster Kyle Hendricks, who's been terrific since being called up from the minors. But could you elaborate a little bit on exactly how good he's been so far?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, Dax, a guy who's been this good since being called up, was in the minors for so long, and not being called up by a Cubs team that, by all accounts, has one good starting pitcher in Jake Arrieta. Now, the youngster Hendricks has been terrific. He's been 8-1 since coming up from the minors against the money with a 2.06 ERA. He's been even better than that in 4 starts at Wrigley Field this season, Dax. He's posted a fabulous 1.19 ERA.
All right, my man, so this looks like it was a pretty easy call for you, but I know that you had to do a little bit more studying in this one. Who are you going to give the edge to in this game?
Well, that's a good observation. It's hard to ignore how good Matt Garza has been over recent starts. However, it's even harder for me to turn my back on the fact that Kyle Hendricks is being called up from the minors in just 9 major league starts, has been absolutely dominant. As a matter of fact, out of those 9 starts, 1 of those came against the Brewers, in which he allowed no earned runs and 6 hits in 7 1/3 innings of work during a 3-0 Cubs win. My edge here goes to Kyle Hendricks over the Chicago Cubs over Matt Garza of the Milwaukee Brewers.
All right, good stuff there, Ross. Thank you once again for your valuable insights, and can't wait to talk again tomorrow.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Dax.
Likewise, you're welcome. And for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd.